Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Hi.
Hi, Ted. How are you? This
I'm
is
doing well.
Robbie
I'm doing
Hess here
well.
from Blog Paws, and I'm speaking to Ted Nguyen. He's going to be joining us at the Blog Paws Conference in 4 days from now, I believe it starts. And you're going
Yeah.
to be speaking to us about WordPress tricks and tips.
Yes. I'm
And
so
who is that
excited.
you have there on your lap?
Yeah. First of all, I'm really excited to be joining you on this Google Hangout. I know that we had a little bit of technical problems, but
Right.
with technology, that's always the case. But I'm very, very excited to be coming to Las Vegas, and I'm in Southern California right now, in beautiful Orange County, and I'm
Oh,
in
okay.
Courtyard. And I also have a special guest, and it's Maddox. Maddox
Ah.
Robbie, and Maddox is the reason why I'm on social media. So um, when Facebook was really popular, or began to be popular with the college kids back east, I heard about it, and I said, you know what, there's something about this. And so I had Maddox test Facebook for me. So there was animal testing, but she was not harmed in the testing. She actually benefited. She started acquiring all these friends, and we started having doggy tweet ups and hangouts, etc., via Facebook. So I thought this is something to the social media, and it's a great way of connecting people. And so I started a blog, and I started, social media, and it's just been so amazing and wonderful. And as you know, it's just a wonderful way of connecting. So I'm so super excited to come to Las Vegas and kind of share some tips and tricks about how to utilize your WordPress blog and some of the new aspects with it. But I think more importantly, there are some hiccups that people always encounter with blogging, and so I'm going to kind of go over some of the maintenance issues and how to really optimize your blog so that it actually will achieve the goals that you really want it to.
Oh, okay. So is this going to be a session that's geared towards beginners, intermediate, experienced, or will it be good for everybody?
I think it's going to be really great for everybody, and I think it's designed in a way that if you don't know anything about blogging, if you don't know anything about WordPress, you can actually, start and
Okay.
really implement a really effective strategy on actually doing that. But if you're kind of intermediate and you've been doing it for a couple of years, I hope to, have some tips and tricks so that you can really optimize your blog. So there's always going to be issues to your blog, and so I want to be able to utilize kind of like some of the latest trends that are available right now to optimize it so that you have less downtime and more meaningful time so that you can actually spend doing what you do best, which is creating content and connecting with your readers and your friends and your family, as well as the loved ones out there that you've built that network with using that platform.
Are you going to be, is this something where if I don't have a blog, I'm going to learn how to start from scratch? Or is this if I've already got my WordPress platform, you're going to tell me about the different widgets and, like you were saying, the different tips and tricks?
Yeah, I think I want to cover both because obviously there's
Okay.
going to be people that are just kind of new to it. They
Mm-hmm.
are familiar with blogging as far as reading it and content consumption, but they don't know how to create it, and they don't know the best way of actually creating a website or a blog that actually can achieve their goals. And so I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
kind of go over that as well. But and I really want to spend a lot of the time just being able to answer any questions that people have, and just offering my experience in actually being successful or trying to be successful at blogging.
So I guess let me ask you this. Is being successful at blogging based on the content that you have, the platform that you're using, or the widgets? Or is it a combination of everything?
I think it's a combination of everything, but I think it really is about what your goals are and what you
Okay.
want to achieve as far as your either your business objectives or your nonprofit objective, or maybe it's just a relationship building objective. So
Okay.
it's a combination of all those things. And my whole strategy is not to be so focused on the technology and the widgets as much as on what it really is that you want to accomplish. And then these are the helpful tools that are available for you to deliver and achieve some of your objectives.
So should the people coming to the sessions kind of know what their objectives are? Like I want to become a paid blogger or I want to grow my social media followings because of my blogging?
Yes, absolutely. I think that people have to have a clear understanding of what it is that they want to get out of their website, their blog, and their social media interaction and their social media strategy along
Okay.
with the blogging strategy.
Because it all kind of goes hand in hand. You can't really have one without the other, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. When people talk about blogging, it's not just the website, but about, like you said, the hand in hand, the other connective tissue, if you will, is the YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, as well as Instagram and Vine videos. All of that makes a more fulfilling and more enriching experience that helps you connect your targeted audience, your targeted fans, or if you want to target, business opportunities as well. I mean, though it all goes hand in hand, and I'm going to, hopefully be able to talk to you about, how to implement a strategy that weaves all of those elements and puts it into one place so that it's customized for you, because you know your blog best. So you can actually achieve some of your goals via all these different, seemingly disparate types of tactics, but putting it in a way that fits within our comprehensive strategy.
And will this be something that people will be learning about SEO? Like what keywords to use in their blogs, what keywords to carry throughout their content? Will it be this kind of information as well?
I think there's going to be some of that, but but as far as the search engine optimization, it's about content.
Okay.
And people that have done SEO before are failing now because Google has caught up with them. They've realized that a lot of these people that are doing quote unquote SEO are doing it via automation and really putting in text and words that are okay back then for SEO, but it doesn't really create meaningful information or helpful information. So I'm going to be talking about how to actually do organic search engine optimization by providing valuable, insightful, helpful content in real-world deliverables.
Okay, so just to go back, because you said content. Do you have an idea on how many times a week people should be blogging? Because that's a question we get asked an awful lot.
Yeah, I think it really depends on getting some kisses there.
I was going to say, she's a cute little girl.
But I think it really depends on what your business objectives are and then how much time you have. If you have a lot of time, obviously, if you could blog or provide content every day would be helpful. And people don't necessarily think of Twitter as a blog, but it is a blog. It's a microblog. And you can provide content 15, 20, 30 times a day via Twitter and then have longer posts maybe a couple times a week. But if you don't have the necessary time, there are other ways to achieve that magical SEO by providing great content via Instagram, via an audio podcast, via Google Hangout, and other ways of really capturing and sharing information so that it's not regimented, so that you don't have to do it like every hour, but you can actually make it work for you and just be smart about it. So I'll kind of like talk to people about these different options and just making it customized for them. Because, let's face it, we're busy and we don't have necessarily the time to actually do X, Y, Z all the time. So I want to be able to make it so it's meaningful so that when you sit down and you really want to provide content, that you can be successful in delivering on that content, whether it's, once a week or 3 or 4 times a week.
So that's good to know, because I know a lot of our bloggers say they're so time crunched. So it's nice to know that if I can do a blog post a few times a week, but still put valuable content on Twitter or Instagram, that I can still, kind of grow my following, and I'm still kind of weaving that all back into my blog platform, correct?
Right, absolutely. And if I've been able to do that, I started off with, a very small following on Twitter, as well as a small following on Facebook, and my blog didn't really have that much reach. But as I grew and I really was able to provide quality content as opposed to quantity, I started seeing my numbers grow. So it's really about being authentic and having a voice that is, like I said, genuine, that can, share information, share other people's information. It's not necessarily just providing content, but also resharing other people's content is also really helpful. I know in the animal and pet advocate community, we're all in it together. We're trying to achieve similar goals, and I think there's no better platform than to utilize BlogPaws as a way of building relationships with like-minded and like-hearted individuals out there, working together to achieve similar goals. And you don't necessarily have to provide original content. but utilize other people's content that you have the same spirit and the same goals, and you can actually achieve, some really valuable results because of that.
And I think that's kind of what makes Blog Paws unique, is we do kind of all work in, hand in hand. I may be blogging about dogs here, and you're blogging about dogs there, but we still have that content that can be shared without stepping on each other's toes.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's any possible way of stepping on each other's toes, because the world needs advocates in, in our furry friends, because they don't have a voice, we are their voice, and so if we can channel all of our voices together. And if we can actually, do something meaningful together, it could be 5 voices, utilizing Instagram or Vine videos or a YouTube video, and if that so on and so on and so on creates that valuable scale, then we could achieve our objectives of changing how people view animals, not as property, but as as animals. I was going to say humans, but close to humans, that they have rights and that they should be treated with dignity and respect, and not just merely property that can be discarded. So those are the valuable voices that we can share, and I think it's really pertinent and up to us as part of the platforms that we have available in this free market society to channel our voices into a collective so that we can make a big difference. And that's what I love about Blog Paws, is that these individuals are unifying behind common concerns, common issues, to make meaningful changes and hopefully creating a better world for our four-legged creatures to live.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking. It looks like your dog, like Maddox, got excited about something. She just perked right up a second ago.
I think she perks up whenever. Yeah, but she always perks up whenever. I'm sorry, say that again.
Is she coming to the conference with you?
Yes, yeah, we're taking a road trip to Las Vegas, and we're actually going with her best buddy, and her best buddy is Sophia Loren. Sophia Loren is the cutest Pomeranian.
I know Sophia, yes.
That's very fashionable, so she is going to be riding with Sophia Loren, and it's going to be a great family road trip.
Oh, that's nice. Now, does Maddox dress for the events or no?
Yeah, Maddox isn't the biggest dresser, but when she does, she does dress to impress. I don't know if she can take the cake away from Sophia Loren, but she's going to dress up.
Sophia is one well-dressed pooch, I have to say.
Yeah, very, very, very dressed to the hilt with canine contour at its best.
Yeah, she really is. So it kind of sounds like if people are coming to your session, they're going to walk out of there with information that they can take back to their hotel room or back to their offices after the conference and really get that implemented so that they can help grow their blogs and their followings on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's my whole goal, is if I can help inspire as well as provide some meaningful tips and some hands-on advice to grow their presence, I think that's going to be mission accomplished for me. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I had, a few thousand followers on social media. Now I'm more than 330,000 followers on Twitter itself. I've got more than 18,000 on Instagram and thousands and thousands on Vine video as well. And it's all because I'm active and sharing valuable content, and it's also mostly because people love my Maddox. Hashtag
well, I was just
my Maddox.
asked what the secret to your success was, and you just kind of said that, and Maddox had to look extremely cute just then as you were talking, so.
Yeah, and I think anybody that has great content, that does it with the right purpose, can achieve either their nonprofit goals or their business goals. And I think if you approach it in the right manner with the right technology tools out there, you can successfully grow your following, grow your audience online, as well as provides for some meaningful change in the world that's much needed.
So that's great, because it doesn't sound like I need to be a real tech wizard. I just need to be somebody that's got content to write and content that I can find to share to, like you say, reach your goals in the pet world.
Exactly. I don't think you necessarily have to think about, you have to bang out or write all these words. Think of content as visuals, such as video and photos. And a video doesn't have to be a 2-minute video. now it can be a 6-second Vine video that's looped, or a 12-second Instagram video, or it could be a longer video, or it could be a discussion like that we're having today. I think people are more interested in just valuable content. And if you can't, bring out articles all the time, you can share valuable, content via photos and visuals and graphics that you have as well.
I don't really have any other questions to ask you about your session. Is there anything that I haven't asked that you really want to say to the people that are attending Blog Paws or attending your session on this is why you need to be here? I mean, other than Maddox, of course.
Yeah, other than Maddox, I think the primary reason why you need to come to Blog Paws as well as to attend my session is to be inspired, to come and learn a few new tricks and a few new strategies. And I'll give you some really juicy nuggets to think about so that you can actually implement right away some ways that you can actually grow your following and have a meaningful presence online. And do what you do best is to share information about your love of your life, which is your pet, whether it's a pet dog or a pet cat or birds, whatever the animal may be. There's a way of actually sharing that information in compelling visual storytelling, and that's what I'm going to be helping to guide you through, and to hopefully after the session you'll be inspired to actually want to do more. And more doesn't mean like hours upon hours every day, but more meaning doing something a little bit different and approaching your blog and your social media approach a little bit differently so that you can get the results that you need.
And I like that because it really sounds like you're going to make it feel doable. If I can't do a blog post today, I can do a Twitter, Twitter updates, photos, videos. So that I think that's going to be great for all the people that are attending that, like I say, are time crunched. Or as I was talking to Lena West earlier, she said, if you say that you're time crunched but you're watching Game of Thrones, you're really not time crunched.
Right. Yeah, it's all about the commitment as well. But but we all live in a really busy society. But it really is about providing quality content, not necessarily quantity, but quality content, and content that's meaningful and helpful to other people. And I think that's what I'm going to be talking about, kind of sharing. And as somebody like me, who speaks English as a second language, that came to this country as a child refugee, can embrace social media and blogging, and can achieve some of these successes, then I think anybody can. And hopefully I'm an example, and hopefully I'll be able to kind of impart that onto the others and say, hey, you too can be successful, and let's all be successful together, because when all of us are successful, we can make a big difference. And it also helps that we're making a big difference for these little guys and big guys, but also making a difference in our lives, making our lives a little bit more meaningful, and hopefully achieve our business goals as well, and to have some financial successes as well. That's important too.
Well, Ted, thank you so much for your time today, and with your sunny background there, as I'm here in New York with the thunder going, and I see it just started raining again outside. So I'm looking forward to Vegas and some sunshine, I'm hoping.
Well, thank you. And I'm headed actually to Boston for an exciting event. So I'm going to be flying to Boston tomorrow. So I'll be joining you in that rain, and then flying back to Orange County on Wednesday, and then Thursday morning meeting Anne Maria and Sophia Loren for our road trip to Las Vegas for Blog Paws 2014 at Lake Las Vegas at the Westin. So very, very excited.
Yes, we're very excited to see you, and I hope everybody takes the time to come and see you in your session, which is going to be WordPress tricks and tips. Boy, try to say that 3 times.
I know, WordPress tips and tricks. So thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a great day.
All right, thank you. See you all at Blog Paws 2014 in Lake Las Vegas at the Westin.
Bye, Ted. Bye, Maddox.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, Maddox.